Last year, Antonio Banderas on the show talked about Meryl Streep, recognised as the great actress of her generation, and how it was hard for her to get a decent role now because of her age. Do you look at that example? Does that bother you?
I feel like she's come out the other side. And I think what's great about her and people like, you know, Diane Keaton or Liv Ullmann, you know, they're in it for the long haul. And so there is a black hole for women where they, you know, but not only on screen, I think in life, really, where you fall into this thing, it's like the invisible zone, where you're not... I mean, Botho Strauss, who's a playwright, wrote about it, said it's a woman not old, not young. And so I don't think people really know what to do with women.
As you head towards that black hole, how are you going to deal with it? No, I'm not suggesting... No, but...
no, absolutely.
You're going to reach that, whatever the black hole is. What age are we talking about? We're talking 45, 50?
Yeah, I suppose it depends. I mean, I do not understand what women feel the pressure, the media pressure, frankly. And it's not just on women on film, it's 18-year-old girls feel the pressure to do preventative injecting. I mean, I don't know why, as an actor, you would want to tamper with your instrument. I see someone's face, someone's body who's had children, and I think that's the song lines of your experience, and why would you want to eradicate that? I find it absolutely bizarre to me, and I look at people sort of entombing themselves, and all you see is the little pinholes of terror. And you do, and you think, just live your life. Accept where you are. I mean, what are you going to be like on your deathbed? It's not going to be any easier just because your face can't move. But look, no, it's not just women. It's not just women either. I think...
I know. I'm 106. Yeah. But it's interesting, though, because a lot of women I know who are in their 40s, to my amazement, actually now start talking seriously about, I might have a little, you know, just a lift there and I might consider that.
But look, it's a big difference. Women, say, in their 60s or 70s, finally deciding to get their eyes done. Who knows what you're going to think? But when you've got an 18-year-old daughter who says, Mummy, can I get a boob job? And you go, sure, honey. I mean, their bodies haven't even finished evolving. There's a scale that's just kind of, I mean, what are we... I mean, the fact that you've got you know, all these magazines for teenage girls about consuming, and they're so fragile, and I just, you know... I've got sons. I don't know what I'd do if I had a daughter.
Well, we'll get to that shortly. Last year, of course, you got yourself into...
Trouble?
Trouble. The first time I've really seen you criticised, which was when you, in this country anyway...
Oh, you're being serious?
Yeah,
I was in trouble? Okay.
No, with the...
No, tell me more.
No, serious trouble.
How exciting. No, I was thinking I was boring mother of two.
No, you've forgotten the drug bust, you've forgotten the police, you've forgotten all of that.
I was unconscious at the time.
That's right. You've forgotten the brawl in the nightclub. No, when you launched the SK2 creams, that you're the...
Oh, was I in trouble?
You're the face of. Yes, and you said at the launch, you said... You criticised cosmetic companies for playing on the vulnerabilities of women about getting older, and
I don't think I was criticising them. I think people ask those questions, just like you asked me about cosmetic surgery.
Because some people leapt on you and said, well, you know, the main way that cosmetics companies play on women's vulnerabilities is by hiring really beautiful people like you to sell their products. How did you deal with that one?
Can you ask me that question again?
I'll try, let me think. You should run restaurant. No, at the launch, in response to a question, you said that cosmetic companies, and you criticised them.
Oh, you were saying I was beautiful. I was just kind of basking in
I see. Right.
Just wanted to hear it again. Anyway. No, I'm a 35-year-old woman, and I saw a photograph of me the other day. I must have been happy at the Oscars or something.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've got little lines here, and I thought, that's a 35-year-old woman's face who's happy.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I was really flattered when they approached me, someone who's not done anything to themselves. I mean, I look after myself. I had the odd facial, like a bit of massage. And when someone says, you know, you've got lovely skin and we think you have integrity, and I went, but no, you know, it's really nice when those two things collide, and I use the products, and it just sort of seemed an organic, natural thing to do.
It's obvious why they chose you, I mean...
Because I'm so beautiful?
Absolutely. But the point that commentators made is that you had missed the point, that in fact it was hiring beautiful women like you to promote these products that helped cause insecurities in other women. Did you take that point?
Well, I've never looked upon myself as being a beauty, per se. I mean, I'm not someone who's a model, and I'm not someone who... I don't... When I work, I try and work from the inside out, and so it's not... I'm not thinking more lipstick, Vaseline lens, please, over here. I think it's all about revealing the internal life of a character. And I feel I'm always criticised for making characters unsympathetic and, you know, having, you know, bad hair days on screen. I'm always told that I'm brave. So I sort of find that comment quite strange, because I sort of tend to feel I'm in the other spectrum. And sure, you know, when you're at the Oscars, it's like your wedding day. You don't. I mean, it's not as spiritual as your wedding day, but hopefully.
And let's hope you don't have the same night afterwards. You know.
But if you're under that much scrutiny, why would you want to look terrible? I mean, of course someone does your hair, of course someone does your makeup. They do when you're walking down the aisle, because you know you're going to see pictures of yourself and you want to look great. Mm. And I think that's a natural human thing. So, you know, but see me at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I think maybe those people wouldn't be asking that question.
Well, this interview is actually going to roll around to then, so we'll just see what you're like at the end of the interview.
Right.
6 o'clock in the morning, yes. OK, and do you have a picture of yourself? You talked about being older and being with older people.
In caftans on the veranda.
That's right. Do you have a picture of yourself in your 60s and 70s surrounded by your 4 children? Is that...
I hope so. I hope they're still talking to me.
Of course they will be.
I hope so. No, I really do. But no, I don't. It's a blurry image, and I don't want it to get any clearer. I don't want to know. I want to be surprised by where I am when I'm 60. I don't want to, you know... I hope it's not like this.
Cate Blanchett, thank you so much. Thanks. Thank you.